What if you never had to pay rent, never had a mortgage, and you lived in a beautiful place just like this? In this video, I'm going to show you an example of a house that was built for an initial investment of just $5,000. It took only 45 days. Recently, I went to a workshop on how to build a house out of earth. But if you're wondering why someone may want to live in a house made out of mud, stay tuned. I'll cover the reasons why an earth house may be for more people than you'd think. Americans spend 37% of their budget on housing. Indians spend much less. They only spend 17% of their budget on housing. But some financial experts recommend that the best financial move you can make is to move to a less expensive house. Which is one reason why I'm thinking I'm gonna build my own house out of earth, but how the heck do you go about doing that? This is Thannal's campus where I'm learning how to build an Earthbag house and other natural homes. This is a Cobb wall that we built yesterday. Wattle and Dob wall. Another Wattle and Dob wall. This house was made with Earthbags. A common misconception people have about earth homes is that you're living in dirt. And you can make earth homes that look almost exactly like a regular concrete built home. You do a quick search of Earthbag home. Sure, you can see a bunch of hippie type homes. However, you can also see a few normal style homes like this one over here, this one over here. It's totally possible. You can plaster it, you can finish it, you can make 4 walls, you can make 2 stories. Some earth homes in Yemen were up to 9 stories tall and people still live in them. Shibam is also called the Manhattan of the desert and dates back to the 16th century. Across the world, 30% of people live in earth homes still to this day. There's a wide variety of styles, but these were the types I could find on stock photography sites. Another common misconception is that won't this mud not be very sturdy? Won't it just crumble? It's not like strong like concrete. I originally learned about earth homes because I was thinking, okay, I eventually want to build my own house, but I know it's probably going to be a lot of maintenance. How can I avoid maintenance? Googling maintenance-free house. Bing, Earthbag house. And think about it. So for years, generations, the military builds temporary structures quickly using sandbags. When a river floods, they'll use sandbags to divert the flow of the water and save all the houses. Earthbag house can be soundproof, earthquake-proof, hurricane-proof, flood-proof, maybe even bulletproof. It's been found it can withstand 10 times the load of a typical building. Plus, if you're living in a place like India that can be hot as a little bit hot, sort of hot, the earth house can keep you cool in the summertime and warm in the winter with very little extra AC or heating. Of course, if you're like me, you probably need your AC. It gets hot. If you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know that I came to India to live a simpler life. The future for me though is buying my own land and building a house, potentially out of earth, which is why I'm learning about it now. So one of the things I'm learning at this workshop is the different types of sand. This is probably the most important information I'll gather. Marumbu sand, which is 3% clay, 25% silt, 68% sand. So this is also the same way. It's a little bit more clay. Red mud is a lot of clay, so this is going to be better for your finishes. You can analyze your soil by doing 5 tests. The first is just rubbing it in your hands. The second is to make a ball and drop it from 3 feet. So you want to basically know clay percentage, silt percentage, sand percentage, gravel. You also add substances to stabilize the soil and keep out termites. We learned some natural substances found here in India like calcium cobalt, neem, turmeric, katokai, jaggery, and local cacti. Lime is one of the oldest and most vital materials used by humans. And since we're not using cement, this will help stabilize our soil. So this is the lime tank. Lime comes from burnt limestone, and it's a bit complicated to describe the process of how to use it. So if you're interested, take a workshop with these guys. Hey guys, wanna come? All right, let's build a house, or at least a little wall. The first technique is wattle and dub. You start by tying and weaving flexible branches like morning glory into a fence. Then add soil. Straw, lime, kadokai, jaggery, and water. Put coconut oil on your feet and then stomp away to mix it up nice and good. Using wattle and daub to make this wall. And here's what the finished product will eventually look like. Wattle and daub wall. Another wattle and daub wall. A quick shout out to the sponsor of this video. Oh, wait, I actually don't have a sponsor, but if you like this video, please click the like button. This is a Cobb wall that we built yesterday. Cobb is similar to wattle and daub, except there's no wattle. There's just daub, and it's called Cobb. Mud with lime, straw, and admixture. Less water than daub. Cobb wall. It does take a lot of earth to build a structure, but it's super strong. You can do this much in a day with a bunch of people. 3 feet windows were as big as you could go. You also have to think about the roof, which is often the most expensive part of the project. You can use bamboo, terracotta tiles, or even more earth and plants. There's also plenty of natural plasters to give it a smooth finish. This is coconut oil plaster. This house was made with earth bags. This is the $5,000 house I was talking about that is made with over 1,000 bags of earth. They used a soil with only 5% clay. They tamped them down, they sewed up the bag, and then built the walls. And even though it's only 550 square feet, inside it's decently spacious. What makes this house so unique is the jute rice bags that they used. If you look on YouTube, most Earthbag houses use polypropylene bags.
This is video number 3 of my Earthbag Challenge. The original challenge was to see if one person working alone in the desert with no road access and no local water supply could build a 14-foot diameter round Earthbag tiny home.
So are you convinced? Are we moving into this Earthbag house or what? Either way, I'll be making more videos about beautiful India. Subscribe and see you next week. Ready? Okay. Big smile.
Smile.